It's fascinating. A group of people come to Moshe Rabbeinu and they complain. We were Tomei, we were impure on Pesach on Yud Daled Nisan, and we were unable to bring the Korban Pesach. It's not fair. We want another chance. Moshe Rabbeinu takes their claim seriously and says, I'll ask Hashem. He goes to Hashem and he says, Hashem, what do I do with this group of people? Hashem says they have a great taina. That's an amazing complaint. You know what? We will create something new called Pesach Sheni. A month after Pesach, they too can bring the Korban Pesach. That's the dialogue that goes on in this week's Parsha. It's fascinating. What does that mean? Lama Negora, why should we be worse? Can you imagine if a person has his first child and he's so excited he really wants a boy, and then it's a girl? Of course he's excited to have a baby girl, but he really wanted to make a bris, a shalom zacha, maybe even a pigeon haben. Does he complain to Hashem and say, Hashem, it's not fair. Give me an opportunity to have a bris. And the answer is, not now. These people were Tomei on Pesach. What does that mean? It's not fair, we want another chance. That's how life goes. You were Tomei, you couldn't do it. Too bad, now move on. And so much so that the Rabbeinu Shalom said, you know what? We're going to give them another chance. We're going to give them a Pesach Sheni a month later that they too can also bring the Korban Pesach. What's going on? I saw a beautiful idea from the Mashgiach of Moshe Wolfson Zatzal, and he says like this. The Yontiv of Pesach is not just a celebration of what happened by Yetzias Mitzrayim, but it's actually a celebration of becoming Jewish, of us becoming a nation, a child of Hashem. And therefore he explains, when this group of people were not able to bring the Korban Pesach, it's not like they wanted another opportunity just to bring a Korban, but really in essence what they were saying was, Pesach is the Yontiv that we became a nation. It cannot be that because I was Tomei, because I was not pure, that's going to come between me and a relationship with Hashem. And therefore I want another chance. I want that connection. So much so the Rabbeinu Shalom gave them that exact connection, and he listened to them and he gave them another opportunity. The story is told about the Chofetz Chaim. He walks into a kosher inn and he sees in the corner a huge guy who's cursing, he's swearing, his language is terrible. He says to the innkeeper, who's that? He says, listen, he's a Jew, but he was taken away 25 years ago by the Russians. He comes here every night to get drunk. The Chofetz Chaim says, leave him to me. He goes over to this fellow, extends his hands and says, Shalom Aleichem, my name's Yisrael Meir, what's yours? The guy screams out some Russian name, says, what do you want from me? The Chofetz Chaim says to him, is it really true? And the guy says, is what true? Is it true that you were taken away by the Russian army 25 years ago? The guy's like, yeah, what's the difference to you? The Chofetz Chaim says, wow, I'm jealous of your Olam Haba. The guy looks at him, what? He says, yeah. The Chofetz Chaim says, I'm jealous that 25 years ago, you were taken away by the Russians, never to be seen from again. And yet, you come back here to a Jewish inn to get kosher food? You're going straight to Gan Eden. You're having an amazing place in Gan Eden. All of a sudden, a sight that never happened before, this man broke down. He started to cry. Someone had taken notice of him. Someone had been positive to him. He talks to the Chofetz Chaim. The Chofetz Chaim says, listen, you're having an amazing place in Olam Haba, but you're not going to understand anything that they're saying. My suggestion is that you open up a few Jewish books, maybe a Mishnah, something that you can understand the conversation that they're going to be having up in Shemayim. And the guy says, Rabbi, thank you so much. He took the Chofetz Chaim's advice. It wasn't a few years later, he became a fully fledged religious from Yid. Why? Because every Jew deserves a connection with the Rabbeinu Shalom. This week's Parsha is the most incredible lesson to every single one of us. Yes, we may have done things that perhaps make us quote-unquote impure. But guess what? Just like in this week's Parsha, they came and they said, we also want a connection. The fact that we did something wrong doesn't mean that we should be withheld from that connection. The Rabbeinu Shalom listens and makes sure that every single one of us have the ability to have a great, close and loving relationship with the Melech Malchei Hamlochim, with the Rabbeinu Shalom. Have an amazing Shabbos.